Hello and welcome to the EM, the European Championship Series, Austria versus Lithuania. I'm joined here, I'm JT Hilliard, and I'm joined here tonight by Nick DeForest, Nicky D. Nick, welcome.
Thank you, JT, thank you. Let's take a second here and stand for the national anthems.
So once again, welcome to the EM playoff series versus Austria versus Lithuania, the winner of which will go into A pool European baseball. I'm joined again by Nick DeForest here. Nick, welcome. I think we're in store for some pretty interesting baseball tonight. Thanks for joining me today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. This is something unique around Europe. It's the first time we've had two B pool champions play off for the chance to go to the A pool next year in Germany. Pretty big deal, as maybe you're all aware. Next year there's Olympic spots up for grabs, so that's the big dream from these two teams here. Maybe not to get to the Olympics, but the chance to at least play to go.
That's exactly right. Both of these teams want a win in this 3-game series. So we've got tonight's game, tomorrow night's game at 6, and then the potential Sunday game. I really hope to see 3. Honestly, I hope we get a good series here. And you could take a look at the fan section right now. Look at all the support for Austria.
It is. It's a huge event here in Wiener Neustadt, just about an hour from Vienna. So I'm sure the organizers here would like to have Austria win in 2 games, but wouldn't be so disappointed with a 3rd game on Sunday as well.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I am a fan of Austria, just to put that out there for any viewers. Nick, what about you? Who's your favorite in this 3-game series?
Well, I think the favorite for everybody's got to be Austria. Living here for so long and coaching with the national team as well. Obviously, I'm rooting for red and white, but that's all to be decided out here on the field.
That's exactly right. It looks like you've got some stats about Wiener Neustadt and what they did to put on this 3-game series here. They worked pretty hard to get this thing, first of all, off the ground and host it in Wiener Neustadt.
Yeah. The last 2 European championships that Austria hosted were in Vienna, so it might have come as a shock to some people to say that we're going out to Wiener Neustadt, but the organization, the whole year leading up to this has just been incredible. If anyone's seen the Facebook page or the online presence, it's all over the place. There's all sorts of things going on. They've put in new lights here for the games. There's a video wall showing replays. They've had food trucks. They've got legends from all old national teams here. Ben Sports is here selling baseball merchandise. There's obviously Austrian baseball merchandise up for grabs. There is a Tesla parked out in the parking lot for anyone who wants to take a look at a Tesla.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't get hit by a foul ball.
Yeah. The doors are open still. If you go right in. Tombola to win a weekend with a Tesla. All sorts of things happening in Wiener Neustadt. All sorts of online presence. And it looks like it's paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. So the managers and the umpires are shaking hands right now. Looks like the game will get going in a second. If you were watching in 2015, I did the commentary then. Nick unfortunately wasn't able to join me, but I have revived the Facebook group #WeLoveTheBox. Nick and I are on it constantly. If you have questions, you want some answers, we're here for you. Well, we'd also like to hear how far away you're watching from. Honestly, we're broadcasting it worldwide. It's a live stream the whole game. It would be great to hear where you are. The furthest away gets Nick's phone number.
There you go. We are up here in Wiener Neustadt, above, I would say, in between home and third base, and right beside us are our ORF Austrian colleagues. They're calling the game for live Austrian TV. That is the first time ever Austrian baseball is on live TV. Another big ticket item here.
Yeah, milestone for Austrian baseball, absolutely. So we're looking at the Team Austria huddle right now, and as the players go out to the field, Nick will give us the starting lineup. But look at that roster. I mean, these are players that well, it's great to have Nick here because he has actually played with and coached some of them. And I have the personal experience of actually playing with quite a few of the Austrian national team players. I'm the manager and a player for the Vienna Metro Stars. Nick was a longtime player, coach for the Vienna Wanderers, been in Austrian baseball for quite some time, so it'll be great to have his experience here in the box. Looks like we're about to get ready here.
And with our experience, as JT mentioned, that Austrian lineup is chock full of experience as well. There's players going back to 1996 with their first debut in the national team, up to a number of them that are making their national team debut tonight. So it's a great mix of young and old. Future's bright for that team, and they're looking forward, if they're not even getting in to these 3 games, to be here to get the experience to lead the team forward in the next years.
Let's take a quick second to talk about our starting pitcher for Austria tonight. Nick and I were lucky enough to get the lineup a little bit early before the game, analyzed it a little bit. We're familiar with many of the Austrian guys. The Lithuanian team we're a little bit less familiar with. And I'll put this out there right now. Forgive us for any mispronunciations of names. We are going to do our best. But again, we are... There we are. Look. Hello. Where's the camera?
This way.
Yeah. We're going to do our best with pronunciation of players' names, especially from Lithuania. But please forgive us if there are anything that we say wrong. But so back to my first thought. Our starting pitcher for Team Austria is Christian Chili Tomsy. Nick, you had the pleasure of playing with him for quite some time. Yep. Kind of a legend in Austrian baseball in his own right.
Absolutely. There he is right there on the screen to the right. He is an absolute living legend here in Austria. Pitched in Division 1 and has pitched forever here. He's the go-to guy for the Vienna Wanderers. He's the go-to guy for the national team. And, of course, in this important series, he's the go-to guy here in Game 1.
Well, absolutely. And, of course, both teams want to kick off the series with a win. It just makes the rest of the series that much easier. So, of course, we're seeing really the most accomplished pitcher in Austrian baseball take the field for the Austrian national team. Yeah. And there they go. They're off onto the field now. Nick, can you give us the lineup quickly for Team Austria?
Well, that is the starting pitcher, Christian Tomzik, number 18. We have at first base Joachim Frick. In right field, Ferdinand Oben. At third base, Sammy Hackel. Second base, Benny Saltzman. Left field, Richard Altsinger. DH, Philip Eckel. And shortstop, Mo Hackel. The catcher is Christoph Horscher. And the center fielder is Dominik Talia.
And for those of you that may not be so familiar with baseball, the DH will hit for Chili Tomsich. The pitcher means he doesn't have to exhaust his energy at bat as well as while he's pitching. There we go. That's his first warm-up pitch there, looking pretty sharp. Nick and I watched both pitchers warm up just before the game, and they both look like they are on for this game.
Absolutely.
Both trying to throw as many strikes as possible, of course, and get ahead early. But do you think Chili's feeling the pressure right now? I know he's an experienced player, but from your experience playing with him, is he a kind of pitcher that gets nervous at all?
No, he is loving this. He lives for this. You know, he looks for every opportunity he can to come back and play for Austria and play baseball in Austria. As living in New York most of the year. But he was here. He's been here for a few weeks. He was with the Vienna Wanderers in their European Cup qualifier last week, which they won. So that was a good warm-up, I think, for him. And he's ready to go.
Well, he definitely looks like it. Again, on Facebook, if you find the Facebook group hashtag #WeLoveTheBox, Nick and I are here for anyone that has questions. And we would absolutely like to. That is a great beard out there. I don't know if any of you saw that at home, but he's one of the imports here in Austrian baseball for the Stockerau Cubs. I think he's earned the nickname Jesus just for that hair and that beard. But thus far, best beard I've seen tonight. What about you, Nick?
Well, I think mine's pretty good. You know,
yours is good. Yeah. Yours is good. Looks like we've got the Lithuanian leadoff batter here.
Yeah. Arunis Dankovskis, the second baseman, number 71, is leading it off here.
All right, looks like everyone's ready to go. And the pitch. Looks like he showed bunt there just quickly. And he tried to put it down again. Wasn't necessarily the best bunt I've seen, best bunt attempt. Never like to see a bunt in the air there.
Must be pretty quick though. Arunas here. The corners are paying attention now after two attempts. Okay, he puts it away.
Pretty good cut there, though. It's aggressive, starting with the first pitch bunt attempt. Lithuania clearly looking to get a runner on base as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
You know, I like those Lithuanian jerseys. Their numbers are pretty cool, a little bit retro.
Yep.
And that's a strikeout for Chile. First out of the game. You know, as an Austrian fan, you do like to see that, and the crowd really looks like they enjoyed that. So now we have second up.
We have Evaldis Jakartis, the right fielder, number 54.
Lefty versus lefty. These are always fun matchups here.
Takes a strike.
Oh, just a little bit low there. Umpire didn't like the pitch. Wow, his count is now 1-2. Chile always productive as a pitcher, always working to get ahead, and I think you can see that in his first two hitters.
Doesn't want to walk anybody.
And the umpire rings him up. That's another out.
Looking strike. Okay, we have the center fielder coming up now, Edvaras Matusevicius, number 50. Looking to get something going here with 2 down. At least the ball in play here.
Again, a strike early for Tomsey. He in these first 3 hitters, he's been quite good here. He looks like he is fully motivated.
Gets a piece.
Now 0-2. The catcher for the Austrian national team, Hoscher, is actually one of the newer players on this national team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is his debut tonight, 18 years old last week. Oh, he is the Wanderers catcher, so this is a battery mates here during the season. Last week at the Euro Cup. So might be of a surprise to some, starting the 18-year-old in the first game, but he has caught Christian quite a bit.
Oh, and I think it's a good move from manager Hiro Sakunashi. Ball in play here to shortstop Mo Hako, and he makes the play. That's a quick first half inning for Team Austria. You know, the fans love to see that. We do have some Lithuanian fans here. Definitely not as many as for Team Austria, but it's great. It's great to see a little bit of representation from both sides.
Vilemas, the catcher. Marius Dargis, the DH. Andreas Polikatis, the shortstop. Justus Sad Unikas in left field. And Audrius Balauskas in third base. And their pitcher, Marius Balandes. They're coached by Vermadis Neverauskas, who a lot of you may know, tuning in. His son is pitching in AAA right now for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Very successful Lithuanian baseball player.
Yeah. Started the year up with the Pirates, is down for a stint now, but hopefully we'll get back up there very soon.
So we're about to see the first pitch from Lithuania here. Joachim Frick up to bat for Team Austria, first base. Another experienced national team player. And the pitch. Just a bit inside there. Looked like he tried to get him off the plate a little bit. Definitely looks like he's throwing pretty hard, this Lithuanian pitcher.
Frick's been around. He's from the Dornbirn Indians out in the west, but played at least junior and senior national team for quite some time. Should be able to handle him.
Well, it starts with 2 balls here. Probably not the first 2 pitches he would have liked to throw, but pretty close to the strike zone. Let's see if he can get something going here. Count is now 3-0 to Joachim Frick. Do you think he's got the green light on 3-0, Nick?
No, you know what? I don't think he does, especially because that's one of the things Austria was looking to do, is to work all the pitchers here. Make them throw strikes. They're hoping they're around the plate. They can look to take some bases on the catcher, have them go deep, and it's looking like it's paying off already here with the first 4 balls.
Oh, and that is 4 straight balls for the Lithuanian pitcher. Sure, that's not really the start he would have liked to have had, but it's great for the Austrian fans. They've got a runner now on first runner of this game, actually.
Yep.
And no outs here in the bottom of the first, with Ferdinand Obed up to bat for Team Austria. He's been having a fantastic season, actually, in the BLA, the Baseball League Austria. I think his average is something like almost 550,
Okay.
Potentially 600.
And he's a hometown boy, the first Wiener Neustadt diving duck to reach the plate here.
Ooh, and a called strike on a drop ball there. Yeah. Pretty. Don't often see that actually at this level of play.
I think the catcher's getting ready. Frick's bit of a lead over there, looking maybe to take an extra base.
Frick is as anyone that plays in the Baseball League Austria knows, he is a runner, potentially looking to take a second base, and that is another ball. Now the count 2-1 to Ferdy Obed. Pretty good cut on that pitch. Counts now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ferdy taking his time getting back in the box. Trying to get something going here with 2 strikes, no outs. Runner on first.
Okay, first check to first here.
I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't look over there earlier. Honestly, leadoff runner gets on base. You potentially are looking at a stealing opportunity for Team Austria. And a breaking ball up.
Yeah, I was surprised that Oben did not turn to bunt at all in this at bat, following the Lithuanian in the first inning, trying to get that man right over and take an early lead. But
well, I think with no outs, Hiro Sakanashi might be thinking, let's see what we can produce with Ferdinand hitting away. Decent cut on that.
A lot of room down here down the line.
Ooh, and he's got a second life there. That was a potential out for third baseman from Lithuania, Audrius Balauskas, excuse me, number 8 for the Lithuanian national team.
Any baseball fans out there who watch a little bit of the College World Series knows that foul pop-ups could be trouble. You never know what's going to come after them. And it was dangerous last week in the College World Series. Let's see if Oben can do the same thing.
And the 3-2 pitch here. And another walk for Lithuanian pitcher Marius Balaudis. That's 2 walks in a row with 2 base runners on now, first and second. No outs for Team Austria. This is definitely a bunt opportunity here.
But Sammy Hackle coming to the plate here for Austria, number 29, the third baseman. He is a power hitter.
He absolutely is. He's now got the most hits, consecutive hits in Austrian baseball as of last season. I believe it was 24 games in a row with hits. Not a guy you would normally see bunt, but we may get lucky here, Nick. Aggressive take there. Got his foot down.
Sammy just came back. He's playing in Arizona Western College in the States this season.
Yeah, relatively successfully as well. One of the few Austrian baseball players to make it to the U.S. for college, specifically junior college, but very, very successful hitter here in Austrian baseball, but also one of the younger national team players. He does have 2 strikes on him right now.
You might have noticed his brother Mo is the shortstop, so they got a brother combination there at both short and third base.
Yeah, both from the Stuckerau Cubs. Also now currently playing for the Vienna Metro Stars. Unfortunately for Sammy Hackle, though, strikes out on 3 straight pitches. I don't think he saw that breaking ball away, so looked like he swung right over it, Nick.
Yeah, must have been sitting fastball. He's thrown a lot of fastballs so far.
I don't think he'll make that mistake again in this game. Now we've got the 4-hitter up, Benjamin Saltzman, also currently a Metro Stars player, longtime national team player as well. Very successful in Austrian baseball. Let's see what he can do here with runners in scoring position. And a ball, a little bit up there.
Benny plays all over the place. Right now he's second base, but he's caught. Has he pitched a bit?
He has pitched quite a bit this season. Ooh, good breaking ball strike inside there to Benjamin Saltzman. Now count is 1-1. Benny is probably playing second base tonight because he actually has a hairline fracture in his wrist, in his right wrist. You can see it's taped there. There was nothing that was going to stop him from playing this game. As anyone that knows Benny will know that it's pretty hard to keep him off the field. So he sat out for a week. The doctor said 3 weeks he needed at least, and he said, well, no, I'm playing in this playoff series. Just kind of the spirit for you that is Team Austria this year. They want this win. They want to go up to A pool, and they want to be competitive with a potential Olympic chance there.
And a big cut from Benny right there. Big cut. That's the attitude. This is something in Austria right now. The lead up to this series, the series of this generation. I think regardless of whatever happens, the chance in a direct series to go up to the A pool, not a whole tournament. It's amazing.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself, Nick. Pretty tough take there from Benny. Count is now 2-2. Pitcher didn't look quite happy with that call.
No, he's going to go talk to him. Yeah. No, I heard that from Owen Reed, who's the first base coach right now for the Austrian national team, and he was telling me just how confident the players are, and not confident that they're going to win, but confident that they've done everything they can do to get them in the right place.
Well, I'm playing with a lot of these guys myself. I know they are confident in their own abilities, and they've worked really hard to get here, and I think they've earned it all the way.
Absolutely. I hope the hard work pays off.
2-2 pitch. And a ball through the infield. Manager Hiro Sakanashi holds Jochen Frick at third base. Bases are now loaded with 1 out for Team Austria. You know, that's debatable. As a high school coach, as a manager, I might have sent him to try and get the early lead in this first inning. Nick, what about you?
Yeah, well, Hiro was thinking about it. He worked his way down the line. He wanted to get as far down as he could to
make the right call.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that is tough for any coach to hold a runner at third with a ball to the outfield. But with 1 out here in the bottom of the first, they still have some scoring opportunities.
Absolutely.
We've got
Richie Altsinger up right now as a left fielder. He can do the exact same thing. Another Metro star, actually.
They have quite a few Metro Stars on this Austrian national team. The Metro Stars are, of course, the record-holding Austrian baseball champions. Wanderer's not far behind, but Richie Altsinger is a guy that can produce often in these kinds of situations.
Oh, that's a deep ball.
Deep
there,
ball
turned
to
around.
Left center. And it is gone! That is a grand slam for Team Austria. The fans on their feet right now.
Wow.
Richard Altsinger always producing in moments like that.
That is unbelievable. Look at
Big
the grin
smile
on his face.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Big knock from Richie. Honestly, just barely over the fence, but he got a hold of it quite well.
It doesn't matter. It's over.
You know, not many people know that Richie Altsinger was actually, in 2015, he was actually on the reserve roster and was called up. Oh, my years might be off. It could be 2013. He was on the reserve roster and was called up middle of the tournament, actually, but has quite a few national team home runs in these European championships.
And that was a big one. Here we are. We're seeing it again. Couldn't have happened at a better time.
Didn't even look like he followed through, though, Nick. That ball could have gone way further.
And to follow that up, we have Philip Eckel here, the DH. Philip is the only Trice-Kirchen Grasshopper on the team, which is not too far away from here.
And we're seeing another replay here. What a knock. Pretty big home run in this moment in Austrian baseball.
And there's Philip right there.
Philip trying to get another rally started.
Oh, good read there, right fielder. Goes back hard.
Yeah. He played that pretty well, actually. The wind here, for anyone not at the game, the wind here in Wiener Neustadt is kicking up a little bit. Nick and I are a bit worried about our tent flying away. Hoping not to see any rain tonight as well, but now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Austria up 4-0 after that grand slam from Richie Altsinger. Again, we are on Facebook with hashtag #WeLoveTheBox. It's a Facebook group. Feel free to write in with your questions, comments, rude gestures, and so on.
The second Hackle brother here, Mo Hackle, the shortstop. Steps to the plate. Number 5.
Takes ball 1 there. And the fans just chanting, Mo says no. That's something we've heard a lot in Austrian baseball. Mo is one of the better hitters in the Austrian Baseball League, the Baseball League Austria right now. Not many hits this season, but looking to get something going here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
And Mo's just back to Austria, right? He played internationally last year.
Yes, he did. He actually played in Belgium for a year. Long-time successful Austrian baseball player. Wound up an import player for one of the Belgian teams. Had a pretty successful season. Is just off of some shoulder rehab. Nothing major, but he did have some shoulder issues at the end of his season and at the start of his season, also with the Vienna Metro Stars. And that's a base hit for Mo Hackle. You know, I played with him last weekend in Kufstein. He had his first hit on a bunt single this season. And with his shoulder issues, you know, we laugh. It is funny. But with his shoulder issues, it's been a struggle for him to get hits. You know, really like to see that, though, here in this tournament, in this playoff series. You know, he just doubled his hits for this season.
And a good one. Good hard line drive. Well, following Hackle is the catcher, Christoph Horscher, the 18-year-old Vienna Wanderer player.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he is the youngest on this national team.
He is. Some other young stars sitting on the bench right now, but definitely the youngest in the
Absolutely.
on the field.
Absolutely. You know, it's tough for these young players sometimes. The pressure can get to them, but it looks like he is in the zone. Good cut on that, but popping it up might be a little bit of trouble.
Hey.
But the center fielder takes charge, and that is the third out. The damage is unfortunately done for Lithuania, though. That grand slam securing an early Austria lead, 4-0 here.
Could not have asked for a better start here.
Yeah, and we will be back with you right after this break.
Oh, and here we go to start the top of the second. We have the first baseman for Lithuania, Andrius Stravinkas, number 83, going to lead us off here, the four-hitter. Let's see if they can get something going now after a 1-2-3 first. Ooh. Hit inside there. Foul ball on the left field line.
Andrea is looking a little bit older for this Lithuanian national team. We don't have ages in front of us, but we will get those to you soon.
Ooh, hot shot. Oh, that just hit, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, that just hit a fan behind the dugout in the side of the... Well, it's going to get some medical attention here. Should be all right.
Pretty good pitch there, just low and away. Now the count is 2-2. Never like to see that though, Nick. Those ball in play on the breaking ball, right to right fielder.
Right to right field. Ferdinand Oben makes the catch. First out.
As I was saying though, you never like to see that when a fan takes a ball anywhere, but especially the head. It is pretty scary, but it looks like the fan is okay. We'll get some information for you soon.
The next batter, number 76, is the catcher, Kestas Vilimas. Oh, first pitch swinging. Also to Oben and right.
Wind here in Wiener Neustadt making it pretty tough, but he got a hold of it just in time there.
Wow.
You know, having played here myself, it's kind of hot and cold with the weather out here. A lot of flat land around here, a lot of wind that can really affect a baseball game, and we almost saw some trouble there.
A bit of a circus catch, but not his fault, that's for sure, with the wind circling.
No, but that was an incredibly tough play, honestly. Now,
the DH, the DH coming up, number 5, 95, Marius Dargis. Looking to get it started here with 2 outs.
Taking strike number 2 there. Didn't look happy with that one. Either he didn't like the call or he felt he should have swung. But
a lot of atmosphere already, but as you can see, they're passing out some more flags behind home plate. Get the crowd going a bit more.
Foul ball there. Chile must be happy with his first 5 hitters of this game right now.
Absolutely. Chile is Christian Tomzik, the pitcher for Austria.
Thank you.
As he's known here.
Having played with a lot of these guys, I will sometimes refer to them by nicknames or first names. But, as today goes on, we will hopefully also find some good nicknames for some of these Lithuanian players as well.
Ooh, right over us here.
Yeah, we should probably stop looking at our monitor occasionally just to make sure we're not expecting a foul ball up here in our box.
Ooh, he
and
goes
that
down.
Is strike 3 to end the innings.
That is Tomzik's specialty to the lefties there with 2 strikes. Was slow curve. Yeah.
Was it a slow curve?
Yeah.
Outside. Pretty good pitch. And we will join you right after this break. Thank you.
Okay,
and we are back here. Sorry, Nick, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No problem. Bottom of the second here for Team Austria. And
Dominic Talia up to bat.
The 9-hitter here, center fielder.
Anyone that follows Austrian baseball does, of course, remember Talia's missed fly ball in the 2013 European Championship.
Yep.
It was a heartbreaker, but let's see if he can get something going again for Team Austria.
Yes, some
bottom of the second.
Oh, and he goes swinging, and
another deep fly ball, and it is gone. 2 home runs in this game in 2 innings. Austrian fans are on their feet. Dominic Talia is not usually known as a power hitter, a demon on the base paths, but Austrian fans are absolutely pleased to see that.
Something's going right when you are hitting home runs out of your 9-hitter.
Well, I assume they have him in the 9 hole because of his speed as an extra leadoff. But, unexpected for me. I don't know about you.
Oh, absolutely.
Talia this year playing with the Vienna Wanderers, a longtime player for the Shakarov Cubs, part of the Cubs family for a number of years now, but living in Vienna, he wanted to join a Viennese club. Was not a fan of the Metro Stars for some reason.
Yeah, Dominic's father was a longtime Cub player, Wolfgang. He's still coaching and I think playing in their second team. So it's a baseball family there.
Look at those Austrian fans right now. Look, I found Waldo.
Yeah, these events are great. You know, just us watching the crowd here, you see so many familiar faces from all over the country. Current players, past players.
Well, and people have traveled from all over Austria to be here to watch this Austrian national team. And first pitch strike now to leadoff batter Joachim Frick. One of actually the furthest away national team players out in Dornbirn playing for the Indians right now. About a 6-7 hour drive from Vienna. Luckily they put him up in a hotel with the rest of the national team for the last couple of days, and so he didn't have to make the trip right before the game.
That's right. The whole team came together Monday. They had practices Monday and Tuesday in Stockerau, and Wednesday, Thursday here in Wiener Neustadt, and then again this morning their last practice in Horbach.
Well, the umpire liked that pitch, but with the dropped pitch, didn't look like he was going to call that one. That's kind of expected now from umpires of this caliber, as I was saying earlier. It's surprising when you get a strike when a catcher drops a ball. A 2-1 pitch. Inside again to Frick. It looks like he is quite a bit over the plate there. He likes to stand inside, looking to make sure he covers that outside part of the plate.
Big cut. Playing against Joachim for a long time, he was always down the order a bit. Got some power to go with the speed. So let's see, there could be a repeat.
Well, he can absolutely do some damage as a hitter, but also as a base runner. So however he gets on. Ooh. And the umpire rings him up. He was not expecting that curveball there. First strikeout. No, sorry. Second strikeout for this Lithuanian pitcher.
First one.
Sammy Hackl in the first also went down swings.
That's right.
Nick making angry faces at his notebook here. We've got Ferdinand Obed up to bat. 1 out now in the bottom of the second for Lithuania.
You mentioned briefly 2013 when Dominic Tillier was up. It's been quite a rocky road the last few years for Team Austria. They've hosted the 2013 and 2015 B pool in Vienna.
Both great events, honestly. This one definitely rivaling those two.
It was a packed house, I think, all week. Team Austria played night games under the lights there every day, and unfortunately, 2 years in a row, Austria losing in the final game. In 2013 to Russia, and in 2015 to Sweden. It's been a long saga. A lot of second places in the B pool for Team Austria. They did make the A pool in 2007, which was in Barcelona, but they only qualified as second place the year before, losing to Russia. But that was when Greece, after the Olympics, backed out of their A pool place, and Austria swooped right in.
Bases loaded, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Okay, full count here. See what Ferdy can do.
1 out here in the bottom of the second for Lithuania.
Nice
wow, ball in
there.
play, but almost right to the center fielder. Good positioning there. Good, probably good coaching on the part of Lithuania.
He waited back on that curveball and just kind of slapped it right to the center fielder there.
Well, we've got 2 outs here. Austria with a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the second. Not a lot of hits in this game yet. A couple home runs that really did the damage for Team Austria, but Sammy Hackl up to bat now, looking to get something going again for Team Austria with 2 outs. That's a ball away. Sammy Hackl playing third base tonight. His natural position as an Austrian player is catcher, but pretty effective almost anywhere on the field. With the experience, another ball there, with the experience of playing in college, he has definitely stepped up his game in recent years.
Yep.
As I said earlier, leading the league in hits last year, or in consecutive hits per game. Foul ball there. Count is now 2-1.
Let's see if Austria can get something going here with 2 down.
Ground ball up the middle. That will be a hit. Sammy Hako rounding first base hard. Definitely not going anywhere, but you like to see the enthusiasm for sure. This Lithuanian pitcher struggling just a little bit in these first 2 innings. Definitely throwing more strikes early in this second inning.
Yep. After his first 2 walks in the first inning, he's bounced back.
Yeah. After the mound visit, there was a little bit of a different attitude from him as well. Benny Saltzman up at the plate. Pickoff to first. Sammy Hako is well safe.
Benny singled in the first to set up that bases loaded situation. Looking to repeat.
Another pickoff. As an Austrian baseball player, Sammy's not a guy I would expect to steal. But you never know. It's tough for these teams when they don't know each other, when they're facing each other for the first time in a little while.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some mingling there. The U23 teams played each other last year.
Oh yeah.
So there's got to be some players that know each other there, and over the course of EM history, Lithuania and Austria have played each other 6 times in various B pools, with Austria seeming to be getting the better of them for the most part. 2015 a 9-7 win, 2013 a 3-2 win, 2002 a 9-6 win, and in 2000 in Bratislava 7-2 win. And you got to go back to 1996 when Lithuania beat Austria in the B pool. That was a 3rd place game, the bronze medal game.
Hit by pitch there. Looked like it hit him right in the knee. Sorry to interrupt you, Nick. He's on the ground now. That does not look good. And he gets up, starts making his way to first. Austrian fans clapping here. Definitely in pain there, though, for sure.
Maybe you'll see this again here, but inside of the ankle. Oh, no knee. Yep.
In the front knee. That's wow. Aggressive take for sure. But
training staff coming out to check on Saltzman at first. So I can go back to 1996 here for a second. That was the B pool in Hull. And Austria faced Lithuania in the bronze medal game. And an interesting situation. Tonight's starting pitcher for Team Austria, Christian Tomzik, was also the starting pitcher for Team Austria back in 1996. That was his first national team appearance. And he's been a great part of the Austrian national team ever since. The starting pitcher for the Lithuanian national team is also here in Wiener Neustadt. And that's their manager, Vermidas Nevarauskas. A bit of Lithuanian-Austrian sports history repeating itself here in Wiener Neustadt.
Well, and Nick did quite a bit of research for these games, and it's really pretty awesome to have those kinds of facts and information here in the box today. Some great interviews. Some interviews with the coaching staffs of the Austrian national team and a few players, and Christian Tomzik, of course. Well, we definitely like to see Benny Saltzman staying in the game after that, and just needed to walk it off a little bit.
Exactly.
What it looked like, but yeah, Nick did a couple interviews pregame just for some information that we can report to you, the fans, as you watch this live stream. Richie Altzinger swinging at the inside pitch there.
We have the home run hitter up here for a second time, Richie Altzinger. Yeah.
Wow. Let's see if it wasn't a fluke.
Yeah. Not a bases loaded situation, but I'm sure he'll take it if he gets a pitch.
Pitcher checking Sammy Hockel.
And it is quite quiet right now.
Wow.
I think everyone realizes that this was the home run hitter, and they're holding their breath. Seeing if he can do it again.
A little bit here, you know. You can cut the tension with a knife.
Oh, big cut. Fouled straight back. Marius Belendis definitely want to get out of here without another run.
That will be a ground ball to the shortstop.
Oh, trouble at first. No.
Oh, the umpire calls him safe. I would love to see the replay on that.
We will.
That was a very, very tough call there. Hopefully the umpire making the right decision, but you know, the shortstop coming up with the ground ball cleanly and then making the throw off the grass, that makes it very hard for the first baseman. Bases now are loaded again for Team Austria. And we have...
That is just disappointing for the Lithuanian team. We could have get out of this inning right there, and
there
you see it right now.
Philip Echo.
Oh, it looks like he might have got it, but
close either way. But you know, to establish control of that ball after he bobbles it is very, very hard. Now the Lithuanian manager talking to the umpire. Not much they can do about that. You know, they can ask the umpires if one of them saw anything different, but they really can't ask for anything like a replay here.
No. We have the benefit of the replay, and so do the fans here on the big video wall. But it looks like the home plate umpire could have also been blocked.
Well, absolutely.
The runner coming down the line.
First baseman kind of in a weird position there as he tried to keep that ball under control. We now have
Philip Eckel, the DH, for his second time up.
Bases loaded again for Team Austria. Aggressive first pitch swing there.
Eckel flied out to right his first time up.
And the 0-1 pitch here. Another foul ball there. How many balls do you think they bought for this tournament, Nick? Any idea? I always wonder that. You know, I've never put on one of these types of tournaments myself, but you know, you're kind of always curious what the preparation is. You know, there are a lot of people that made this happen for Austrian baseball. One of them is absolutely Johannes Goldler. Just a quick shout out to him. He's done quite a bit of work to make this possible.
Absolutely. For the Austrian Baseball Federation, he was the guy running around here like crazy, getting everything ready.
And you know, I've bothered him quite a bit, just asking for information, asking for stats, asking for rosters, all kinds of stuff. But he's the go-to guy for anyone, any official here at this tournament, anyone helping out.
He was the man last year here in Wiener Neustadt as well. This field's grand opening last year with the new stadium and complex as they hosted the U15 European Championships last year.
That is right. Now 1-2 count to Echo. Lithuanian pitcher
pitch to take right there. I think with 2 strikes.
Absolutely, he's thrown two good. The 1-0-2 pitch and the 1-1-2 pitch. He's trying to put a bit off the plate to make Echo chase, but Echo won those 2 battles. Let's see if he can get on base here.
Ooh. Easy little fly out there, taken by the shortstop. Probably caught this. And we're going to think about how many balls they ordered for this tournament. We're going to We'll see if Godler can find out for us. We'll take a guess. We'll come back with our guesses after this inning.
Yep. See you soon.
Oh, and we're back here in the top of the third. We have the 7-hitter up for the first time today, the shortstop, Andreas Polikathis. I'm sure he is eager to get a good piece of wood on the ball here after that last inning of his. We were talking about Johannes Godler there last inning and all the organization that he did. But the whole Wiener Neustadt Diving Duck Club has been working around the clock, and I'm sure at the head of that was Martin Zufall. He was a big part of the whole renovation here at the field last year, and I'm sure a great big part of this tournament as well.
Swinging strikeouts.
And Polikakis goes down swinging here to start it. That is the 4th K for Christian Tomzik. And that brings up the left fielder, Justice Sarunkas, here number 7. I think Lithuania just needs any kind of a spark here, any kind of base runner, any way they can. Maybe we'll see another bunt here down the bottom of the order here. Sadokakis, the 8-hitter.
Called strike there. Counts now 1-1. Ground ball to Sami Hakko at third base. Actually, interesting fact, he is playing with Klaus Seiser, KC's glove.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you can see the Klaus Seiser now playing for the Vienna Metro Stars. But you can see the old Ducks colors on his fielder's glove.
Did he
there.
forget his glove?
No. He used it actually last week when we were playing against Kufstein as the Metro Stars.
Okay.
Sammy not often seen at third base. Like I said earlier, he is a natural catcher. That is his primary position.
We got number 8 here, the 9-hitter, Audrius Balaukas, the third baseman. He'll be the last Lithuanian batter to take to the plate here. And I have my guess ready, JT, how many baseballs were bought or are ready right here prepared to be used in these 3 games.
Well, I did take a quick bathroom break, and I saw you talking to Johannes Kohler.
Oh, he didn't give it.
He didn't give you
Johannes did not give anything away. He did not tell me.
Ball there. What is your guess? What is your official guess?
5 dozen, 60 baseballs.
60 baseballs? I don't think that's enough, honestly. I saw a box in there. Could have been 500, Nick.
This is a 3-game series, right? Best out of 3, not a whole week tournament.
Well, All right, my guess would be 80.
80.
Hopefully Johannes
Okay.
Golder will come back to us with that answer.
I don't know if 80 is divisible by 12. They do come in dozens.
Yeah, but if I'm closer, I still win. So
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
All right. All right.
And I honestly didn't think to do it. Maybe they got a half box. I didn't think to divide it by 12 though. That was
Maybe they lost some. I don't know. Gave some away as souvenirs.
And another quick inning for Team Austria, still up 5-0 against Lithuania going into the bottom of the third. We will be right back after this. We have Mo Hackl now coming up for the Austrian national team. His walk-up song is actually one of my favorites. It is The Outfield. Often a crowd-pleasing song.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys can hear that at home, but Mo now looking to extend his hitting streak to 3.
You think they have their own walk-up songs here?
They absolutely do. Team Austria at least does. I don't know if they offered the same to Lithuania for this long weekend here, but you would hope so. It would be nice. It's nice to play and to get motivated to the music you want to hear before you go out there and take an at bat.
And everybody's different. I know watching the Baseball League Austria, there's some funky warm-up songs.
Wow, and if I'm not mistaken, yours used to be Pennywise.
No.
No.
Staying to my Canadian roots, I had some Danko Jones.
Called strike there. Yeah. Well, Nick, this is a great opportunity to bring up your last at-bat in the Baseball League Austria. If I'm not mistaken, I was pitching to you.
Yeah. You're going to have to remind me. I think I might have.
I believe I believe your last at-bat in the... Ooh, wild pitch there from Lithuanian pitcher. Forgive me if I mispronounce this. Marius Balandis. We are trying hard again for anyone out there listening. We are trying hard to pronounce names properly, but forgive us if we make mistakes. Anyway, back to the story I was telling.
Please tell
me.
Remind me.
Nick DeFrost's last at bat in the BLA was a strikeout. I was the opposing pitcher, Metro Stars versus Wanderers, and he watched a belt-high changeup.
Well,
swung straight through it.
I'm very glad.
It was clear that it was time for you to retire.
I'm very glad it was you. We see each other every day at work, so
that is true. Nick and I work together at the American International School. Quick shout out if anyone is interested in a school that offers baseball in Austria.
There you go.
American International School might be for you.
And
that is a walk from Mo Hackl.
We are in the same organization as the American International School in Vilnius. Anyone listening out there in Lithuania?
That is
so
true.
I've been to Vilnius a few times.
They have nice facilities out there, don't they?
Just to the school. I've only been to the school.
Yeah.
Okay. City was great. Love to go back.
And we've got Christoph Hoscher up to bat. No outs here with a runner on first. Mo Hackl just with a walk a few seconds ago. And the pitch to Hoscher.
Hoscher had a decent first at bat. Flied out to the center fielder. Looking to improve for sure. Will be his first senior national team hit if he gets one today.
Well, and you gotta love that kind of stuff, you know. Really, for him, for the fans, for his parents that are hopefully watching as well. It's great to see young players start to succeed, and especially, you know, him just being on this national team is absolutely kind of a definition of how successful he can be and how successful he is as an Austrian baseball player.
Yeah, we'll see. He's I'm sure he's not guaranteed a spot tomorrow, being the Wanderers catcher and knowing Christian Tomzig very well. Christian did ask for him.
Mohawk will steal second
if
there.
Possible.
Almost. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer there, but the throw was a bit short. But runner now in scoring position with no outs in the bottom of the third. Pretty good opportunity for the national team the Austrian national team to score another run.
Yeah, they've put runs on the board every inning so far. I'm sure they're looking to do the same.
Again, anyone out there watching the live feed with Nick and I, feel free to post in our Facebook group, #WeLoveTheBox. Currently, we are at 134 members/followers. Most of those still left over from 2015. Also sometimes confused with a BDSM group, so there's that. I did just get a message from, and we have Dominic Talia up to bat. I did just get a message from Chance Hicks, one of the Metro Stars import players, watching all the way from the United States. He's on the way to Kentucky, and he says, Nick, we're doing a great job.
Oh, well, fantastic.
To this point, shout out to Chance Hicks. Thanks for writing in. You are the furthest away that we've heard of. But yeah, Kentucky. There you go. Try and beat that.
Taylor also the home run hitter last at bat on the 9-hole here. Let's see. Now with a runner in scoring position.
Scoring position?
Yeah.
Did you
that's what I said.
Mispronounce that word?
Yeah. I sure did. And no one probably would have realized until you brought it up there. So
well, that's what I'm here for, Nick. This is why I'm here in the box.
You got to have a good time, right?
Oh, absolutely. And hope all the fans at home are also having a good time. You know. And I hope Nick and I are making your time a little bit better. You know, Nicky D and JT in the box. Talia calling time right now, composing himself. Count is 0-2, so pressure's a little bit on. 1 out with a runner on second in the bottom of the third for Team Austria. And
takes a curveball.
Well, you know, he knew right away that was a strikeout. Talia didn't even stay in the box long enough for the umpire to make the call. Respectable, honestly. You know, it's nice to see players know when the umpire is right, know when the situation is what it is, and now we have Joachim Frick up to bat again. The leadoff. This will be the start of the third time through the order for the Austrian national team. Score is 5-0 in the bottom of the third. Runner on second.
Austrian batter's got to be getting used to Balandas here. Going through the third time through.
Quick update on that baseball situation,
oh, yes.
Nick.
Yes, let's get the answer.
Johannes Godler just came up and showed me a big fat 0. Apparently the balls were sponsored by CHEB, the Central European Baseball Commission.
So there are no, you said 0, there are no balls here?
There are balls here.
Oh.
We did not specify the number of balls in general. We did say purchased.
We did.
But hopefully he's laughing at me right now, but hopefully he will get that number for us soon. Nick and I do have a beverage riding on this, so we do need that information. And a ball
Frick
in
puts
play.
the charge.
Frick 2, deep right center field. Will definitely be a stand-up double. That scores a run for Team Austria.
Yeah.
Got some pretty good wood on that,
on
that pitch.
We sure did.
You know, if he were a few years younger, he might have knocked that out. Yeah, I hope he watches this later and can comment on that, but
Oh, still a great piece.
Pretty
Really
great
great
piece of
piece
hitting.
right there,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
And Austria continues to roll here, scoring in every inning, and the inning's not over.
Well, and the outfielders for Lithuania did make a very good play to keep him at second. Had they not picked that up quick enough, he might have advanced to third. And yeah, we're looking at Obed up to bat for Team Austria. And runner, same situation again. Ground ball to the second baseman. Takes it off his chest, but still makes the play. You know, that pretty textbook there. Got his body in front of the ball, knocked it down. Still got the out for Lithuania. But the damage is done. It is 6-0, and we'll be right back after this inning break.
And we're back here. We have the first Lithuanian to have a second at bat in the game. We have the leadoff hitter, the second baseman, Arūnas Dankovskis. Made the last out in the field here. Lithuania definitely needs to start getting things moving here. Down 6-0. There is a mercy rule in this game. It's 15 runs after 5 and 10 after 7. I know it's a bit early to be talking about that, but it's got to be in the back of Lithuanians' minds that they need to start getting some runs on the board. If not base runners, are 3 up, 3 down here in each of the innings so far.
So we have a 2-1 count now.
Takes a strike. He struck out in his first at bat.
Am I wrong? I heard the
It's
touch back there.
Yeah, it is 2-2. Yeah, 2-2. He puts it in play. Tough play for Hackle. Makes it look easy.
Sammy Hackle making a pretty athletic play there. Cutting through the infield. You know, the Hackle brothers, longtime successes in Austrian baseball as they grew up. It's really pretty cool to see them both on the left side of the infield tonight.
Yep, absolutely. We have the right fielder coming up here, number 54, Evaldas Chekadis. We got another shout out coming to us here, not too far away from Vienna. Says they're having a good time at home and good job. Thank you very much.
Oh, that looks like your family.
It is. Hello, Lena, Emma, and Kati.
Big shout out to those folks at home, the DeFrost family.
Why not? Why not?
Glad someone's watching, honestly. You know, Nick more than me, but we've definitely put some time into making this happen for you guys. And we really do enjoy being able to bring you this playoff series. Foul ball there, number 50.
Yep. Edvardas Matusevicius, the center fielder. I mean, let's be honest, we'd be here watching anyway, right?
Oh, we would absolutely be here watching, but it's way more fun for everyone to have to listen to what I have to say about this game. Another write-in on our Facebook group.
Okay.
Katerina Ralph says, you guys are a great team. Kati, shout out to you. Too bad you can't be here, but very, very pleased that you were able to write in, and glad that we can bring this to you at home. Thanks for writing in.
I talked to Lutz Rout before the game briefly, longtime national team player. And Tomzik with another strikeout in this inning.
We will be right back after this inning break.
And we're back here. We have Sammy Hackle leading us off for Team Austria here in the bottom of the fourth.
Again, I really do like those Lithuanian jerseys. A little bit of a throwback with those retro font types. I am, a fan of graphic design for sure.
I was hoping to see a little more like the basketball jerseys. If they'd come out something like that, really dynamic.
I feel you. This Lithuanian pitcher still throwing some gas here, missing in and around the zone.
Oh my goodness.
Long fly
that
ball.
is out of here.
It's way out. That's the third home run in now 4 innings for Team Austria. Sammy Hackle, I would not have put it past him to hit a bomb in this series.
Not at all.
Great to see it. 3 different guys from Team Austria hitting home runs this early in the series. Like Nick and I were talking about with Team Austria earlier, they led off with their number 1 pitcher, hoping to get the early win. I assume Lithuania did the same thing, and it's got to be a little bit of a blow to them to have given up now 3 home runs. It can't be easy as that pitcher, but he's still
this is their guy for sure. This is their guy, so to have this happen right now.
Well, almost, it almost hit the cameraman out there. I don't know if anyone at home saw that, but that cameraman is in a dangerous spot.
Well, first pitch swinging, Saltzman.
Grounding out to second base. Wow. It's good to see that he's still moving well after that hit by pitch a couple of bats ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not always easy to bounce back from something like that, but really good to see that he's okay and still putting the ball in play. 1 out now for Lithuania in the bottom of 4.
Richie Altinger now to the plate, number 30. I wonder if Coach Sakanashi is thinking about some changes already, getting up this early. Obviously lots of game left, but there's some great players on the bench there that I'm sure are just itching to get in. And maybe we can bet on the first sub, the first sub for Team Austria. Wait.
Well,
I would love
to hear from the fans. I would love to hear from the fans. Who do you think will be the first substitution here?
Let's close our first bet out here because we know the answer now.
We're waiting on the information.
Well, no, we know the answer. Come on.
We do. He did just tell us. So.
And we both, let's be honest, one of us was closer.
One of us was closer, and it was definitely me.
Yeah, way off.
But the total number of baseballs at this tournament, sponsored of course by Cheb, are 120 total. Nick's guess
10 dozen. I was half.
Nick's guess was exactly half at 60. I guessed 80. We both underestimated a little bit.
Not very good.
Clearly, we have no experience in this kind of.
Well, let's be honest. 120 baseballs for 3 games. It's
a bit. Hey, maybe a bit over the top. But if Team Austria keeps hitting these bombs, we may lose a few more.
And we have a street right behind us here, right behind first base. There's a busy street. We lose some balls there.
If you're driving through Wiener Neustadt today, please be careful if you're around the baseball field. That is a walk for Richie Altzinger. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Now we have...
Okay, so the second bat. The first sub for Team Austria. I think it's going to be defensive replacement in the bottom... In the 6th.
In the 6th.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they're going to get someone from Wiener Neustadt in the game.
We do have some people at home reacting to our photo, our updated cover photo on our Facebook group. Marcel Cheska just sent in a heart. Love you too, Marcel.
Marcel Cheska. Hello, Marcel.
Nick and I both had the pleasure of coaching that young Austrian baseball player. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah. All right, Marcel, I have no idea where you are right now.
Ground ball up the middle.
Let me know.
For Philip Echo. Runners now on first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. And again, that walk-up song. Mo Hako up to bat. Richie Altzinger with a big smile here on second base. Pretty textbook piece of hitting there from Echo. Got through the ball well, put it on the ground hard through the infield. Definitely a decent piece of hitting.
We do have some action here to our left in the Lithuanian bullpen. They have a lefty on the mound right now. And they had a lefty coming back to the dugout, number 52. Robertus Villamas was up, and let's see if I can catch the number of the other pitcher warming up here to our left. He's a lefty turning the other way. When I make it out, I can let you know.
Another ball low.
Beautiful complex here in Wiener Neustadt. Just to our left, we have a 4 mounds and 4 batting cages in between a softball and a baseball field.
They've done a great job here in the past years. Honestly, the grass on the field looks wonderful today. Definitely trying to get ready for this tournament, this playoff series. New floodlights, as well, as you mentioned earlier, really making a difference here for these teams.
Absolutely. We couldn't play this late last year. This park. These lights, LED lights, are fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, and the 2-1 delivery to Mo Hako. Shows bunt. And let's see what the call is there. Tough pitch to bunt. Good thing he got out of the way. Yeah. Looked like a nice 2-seam inside there. Lithuanian pitcher definitely has some movement on a couple of his pitches. Team Austria is doing a good job of hitting him, but I wouldn't like to be in the box against him. I can tell you that, Nick.
No. Oh, and a
Mo
rip.
Hako with a rip. Another base hit. That will load the bases. Again, manager Sakanashi holding Altzinger at third base. Smart play right now with 1 out in the bottom of 4.
Christoph Forscher coming up, the catcher here, number 57, with 1 down. That was a little bit of a dangerous play by the left fielder there. We're going to see this right now, maybe.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to the fence here.
He looks like Mo Hako got jammed just a little bit, and it turned into a hit. But the way the left fielder approached that ball, I would have been scared that would have gone through if I were the Lithuanian manager. Could have turned into a another run for Team Austria.
Oh, Porsche first pitch swinging into the crowd. Again, he's eager to get his first senior national team hit here. 18-year-old.
This will be his third time up this game, if I'm not mistaken. You know, we, Nick and I, and I'm sure the fans at home and here at the ballpark would love to see this young national team star with his first hit in this kind of competition. The 1-1 delivery here.
Another foul ball.
Well, he's putting some good wood on the ball, but he's not quite putting it in play yet. He's taking good swings, good contact. Just needs to straighten it out a little bit.
Oh, he's got to be feeling the pressure here a little bit right now, regardless of the score. You know, wanting to do the best he can in his debut and earn a place to play tomorrow. I think he's not for sure that he'll start again.
And a good cut on that breaking ball there. Another foul ball. Exactly right. Again, if you are at home, we are on Facebook as #WeLoveTheBox. It is a Facebook group. Please write in if you are watching. We'd still like to know. Furthest away right now is Kentucky. Chance Hicks out there watching. Just away for this week, actually, officiating a wedding.
And
shallow fly
looks
ball.
like another foul ball, but catchable. Not sure. Not going to be satisfied with that at bat.
Now 2 outs in the bottom of 4. As I was saying, please write in. We'd love to know that you are out there, that you are, you know, even if you hate our style, we just want to know that you're watching. So please write in. #WeLoveTheBox Facebook group. Dominic Talir up to bat right now. The score is 7-0 in the bottom of 4 for Team Austria with bases loaded and 2 outs.
Talir put a charge into the ball in his first at bat in that solo home run to start the second, and followed it up with a K.
Yeah.
See what he can do here. This would put Team Austria a big step closer to ending this game early.
Great cut
Talir
from
could come
Talir
through again.
And now the fan section here. We're filling up slowly, just behind Nick and I in the box. Lithuanian pitcher in the bullpen has just finished his warm-ups. We'll see if we'll get a change anytime
Still
soon.
can't get your number here.
And a ground ball
that goes through.
The shortstop. They are looking to score.
Play at the plate
here. Mo Huckle also safe on third. 2 runs will score for Team Austria.
Great
Talia
running there by Mo Huckle. Getting to third.
Absolutely. That was definitely heads-up running. And, you know, good on Talia for being able to put the ball in play. You know, nice to see a little bit of everything from him here in the batter's box today. But a few Team Austria fans getting into the music here at the game.
And now 9-0. 9-0 here.
You know, the shortstop had a pretty good shot at that play, but just couldn't get there in time.
At least to knock it down there to save a run. But
with 2 outs, also respectable move from Hiro Sakanashi, sending Philip Eckel home as well. You know, you got to kind of roll the dice on that. Make sure.
Why not at this point?
Make sure that you can get that extra run. Now 9-0.
And that brings up Joachim Frick. Frick doubled to the wall last at bat.
Just a quick shout out from us to the camera crew. You guys are doing a great job, and it is wonderful to see Austrian baseball on our little TV here in the box. But also, you know, if you guys are enjoying it at home, please write in. Let us know. Let us pass on your compliments to the staff here making this possible. And a runner
Oh, we got
second.
a double
We've got
steal here.
Mohako going home, and he's safe. Double steal with Kalia advancing to third base. Pretty textbook there.
Wow.
Surprise! Mohako went home. Clearly, Hiro Sakanashi had something in mind when he put on that steal. Mohako did not hesitate when the throw went to second base.
No, he did not. And you got to think being up 9-0 here to get a run that way might not be the way to go. But I'm sure Coach Sakanashi is thinking of saving his ace here if we can get this game done a bit early.
Maybe trying to keep out of the bullpen for Team Austria. You never know. You never know how this might turn out.
I mean, if it does go 3, I'm sure they'll be looking for Tomczyk to come in again, maybe to finish out the game on Sunday.
Absolutely, I'm sure they will. Frick now at the plate, 1 strike.
Pretty deep roster though for Team Austria. A lot of arms.
Well, it's helpful when you have the home tournament as well. Kind of gives you the opportunity to even bring in reserve players if there's an injury. So there is a little bit of an advantage there for Team Austria. But Joachim Frick with a ground ball to the right side of the infield. Textbook play between the first baseman and the pitcher to retire the inning. Team Austria up 10-0 going into the top of 5. We will be right back after this.
And here we are back in the top of the 5th inning. We have the 4-hitter for Lithuania. Andrius Stranauskas, the first baseman, made a nice play to end that inning there. Flipping to the pitcher. See if he can lead it off, get something going. Lithuania is still hitless. Not only that, they have not had a runner on base. So they're looking to get at least one of those things done, get something moving. And he comes out swinging. Foul ball. Close down the line. Thinking back to this great field and clubhouse in Wiener Neustadt here, I had a chance to talk to Klemens Jakotsky, pitcher for the Austrian national team, college player and ex-teammate of mine before the game. And he said as a junior, young player, he was sitting in the crowd beside Martin Zufall. Oh, on the tag. Frick, great play there. 1 down. Well, everything's going Austria's way today. Sitting in the crowd there, Klemens Jakotsky with Martin Zufall, and Martin told him what his vision was for this field, these stands and the clubhouse, and how great it would be to have so many people watching. And as a young player, Klemens said that he was sold. He wanted to be a baseball player. He wanted to play in front of a big crowd. And he is super excited to be a part of this team still and play in front of his home crowd.
So after a short bathroom break, I just returned, and I'm looking at an umpire conference here.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what's going on.
Well, we had a ground ball to short with a throw to... Overrule. Okay, well, it looked like we had a tag from Frick coming off the bag that the first base umpire called out after a conference. He's safe. So let's see. I don't know if that's going to be ruled a hit or an error, but it looks like it could be the first hit of the game for Lithuania. After the home plate umpire overruled the first base umpire there.
Nick and I were working very hard not to jinx anything, but up until that point.
Oh, I jinxed it. I said it. I did, yeah.
Oh, sorry,
yep.
I was gone.
If you believe in those sort of things, I guess I did it.
For a brief moment, I was out of the box, but, I believe in the jinx. Baseball, for me, is a very superstitious sport. I don't know about for you, Nick, but, that's just... a lot of baseball players don't want to change anything when they're performing well and want to change everything when they're not performing. I don't know what your experience is with that, but what do you feel?
Yeah, I don't jinx this. I don't know. This guy socks, this taped a certain way, the opening of the batting gloves a certain way before every pitch. It seems could be excessive. Could be excessive.
Wow.
We have the catcher here, Villamas. He's popping out to the second baseman, Saltzman.
Well,
but interesting to watch.
Absolutely. And for me, the jinx factor, it only works if you believe in it, and it also doesn't work if you don't believe in it. For me, it goes both ways, and depends on how you feel as a player. But you do hate to see a pitcher with Chile's kind of Christian Tomzig's Chile's kind of career.
Yeah.
You do hate to see the kind of the breakup of the perfect game, but
He doesn't believe in the jinx. He wants to win this game. He doesn't care what happens.
Oh,
One strikeout, 10.
Either way, but we've
personal stats. No, win the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's some great superstitions out there. Not stepping on the foul line. What you do before an at bat, in between every pitch. Those are things you can see. And I think the majority of those superstitions are behind the scenes. What happens in the locker room? What music you listen to? What food you eat before the game?
Absolutely.
You ever have any, you're still an active player? Any superstitions you follow?
Oh, we got a double play there for Team Austria to retire the inning. Well, Lithuania only with one runner on up to this point, going into the bottom of the fifth. Nick just asked me the question of, do I have any superstitions? Mine is drink as much chocolate milk as you can before every game. And after that, we will be back after this inning. And we're back.
We're back here. We get to a pitching change. The first lefty who I did mention in the bullpen there, number 52. Robertus Villamas. Seems like a straight change, but we seem like the last to know up here, so if we get any other information. But right now, it seems like Marius Balandas will end his game after 4, and Robertus Villamas will now pick it up.
I was just informed, actually, Nick, that Team Austria's practice was canceled yesterday due to the rain. If you are in Austria,
okay.
It's been raining on and off for the latter part of this week. But it is, could be a reason why the team is well rested, and why we're hitting so many home runs. Who knows? But it is what it is, and might have been good for the guys to take a little break before this start to this playoff series.
Coach Sakanashi does like to keep his guys in good shape. Lots of different different routines of things he does. So yeah, maybe they're all rested, not having to go through a big workout.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah. Well,
Hiro
now
Sakanashi and I have had the pleasure of being teammates and coaching together for a long time.
and also
Good
living
friend of
together
mine.
on and off.
Yeah, absolutely. Members of the 2009 championship team, the Vienna Wanderers. My first and only, and he's gone on to win a whole heck of a lot more.
Well, they had to get rid of you at some point.
They did. They did. Looks like the right decision after 4 or 5 titles since then for the Wanderers.
Another short fly ball to the first baseman to start the bottom of the 5th now.
Ferdinand Oben there with his 4th at bat. Brings up Sami Hackle, the third baseman, number 29.
Sporting his same walk-up song that he uses for the Vienna Metro Stars this year. Again, Sami Hackle playing in Arizona at junior college. Currently one of the more successful Austrian baseball players out there. Always a guy I want at the plate for my team. Pretty solid always as a hitter.
Big cut there to lead it off too as well with Sammy.
Nick, we just got word actually that, unfortunately the perfect game was broken up by that runner on base for Lithuania, but Christian Chili Tomzik does continue his no-hitter now into the bottom of the 5th.
And E6 was it? E6.
We're going to go with the E6 there, error on the shortstop for Team Austria.
Yeah,
Hackle. Makes sense, wide throw, first base trying to tag there. It doesn't make it easy to get the out, but, that's for an umpire that is a tough call, knowing, full well knowing that it is putting an end to the perfecto that Tomzik had going.
But still, after 5 3 up 3 down innings for Team Austria.
Absolutely, exactly the start he probably would have hoped for in this playoff series. Count is now 1-2 to Sami Hackle. 1 out here in the bottom of 5.
Yep. It looks like they are poised to get themselves into this Olympic qualifier next year. Yep. Doing everything they can in front of the home crowd.
Well,
feeling good
with a lot of baseball left to play. I think you're right, Nick. But I'm curious to see what happens in the rest of this playoff series. Of course, definitely the start that manager Sakanashi would have wanted.
Absolutely.
Same with the starting pitcher, Christian Chili Tomzik. Full count now to Sami Hackle. In the bottom of 5 with 1 out. And a foul ball to the third baseman. Looked like he got jammed a little bit on that. Let's see if he can straighten that out a little more. And the enthusiasm here from the fans, the music at this Wiener Neustadt, this Diving Ducks ballpark is pretty incredible here. As a fan of Austrian baseball, as a player, I really love when we're able to host as a country, as a nation, these kinds of sporting events, and kind of up the profile of baseball in Austria. It really does make a difference for the league, for clubs in general. That's a walk now for Sami Hackle.
And we are a bit, out of the way, an hour from Vienna in a smaller town. And oh, look at this! He's going to second on the overthrow.
And Sami Hackle saved it second. Heads up base running there.
Surprising everybody.
Was that his decision or the first base coach, Nick? I took my eyes off our monitor for a second.
I did as well.
I mean,
Owen Reed there coaching first base, definitely aggressive ball player. We'll have to see if he picked that up or if Sammy picked it up himself.
Well, that's definitely got to hurt Lithuania. They had one out. Could have been just a runner on first. Now they have a runner in scoring position.
Ooh, what a great grab by the third baseman.
Benny Saltzman.
And he doubles him up.
Big hack there.
That did not bounce. That's a double play. What?
Not exactly sure what happened there. That was a bit confusing. umpires calling that what looked like a foul ball, one hopper, perhaps.
Well, let's just see.
No,
We
it
got
can't be a foul ball.
We got the beautiful instant replay there.
How do we figure that out there? Yeah, that was a pretty interesting turn of events. We're going to get the replay here. Benny Saltzman did.
It must
hit
time.
Well, I'm still unsure how Sammy Huckle.
Well, you know what? We're just going to move on here.
That was a very interesting turn of events.
It must have been a balk. No pitch.
I'm sure.
Third.
I'm sure you're right. That's
Yeah, we'll
probably the
figure it out.
only explanation for what just happened. That was looked like a ball in play.
He ripped it.
He definitely ripped it, but it looked like a catch by the third baseman. But the runner advances on the balk.
Yeah, exactly.
Therefore, because of the balk, therefore the hitter is not out.
Yeah.
And
The runner
his
can
at bat
advance.
continues, and we now have a runner on third with one out in the bottom of the fifth. 10-0 for Team Austria. Well, another ball there to Benny Saltzman. It is 2-0. The balk, of course, not being counted as a strike on the swing there. You know, Nick, it's not often people actually swing at the balk pitch.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Absolutely.
to see, happy and surprised to see Benny Saltzman take a good hack on a balk. You know, been told stories where bombs have been hit off of balks, and of course, when there is a balk, called strike there. When there is a balk, it is an extra base for the base runner.
Yeah.
But should the hitter put something in play that, for instance, in that situation, Team Austria would want to accept,
Yep.
that could have meant another run. It could have meant extra bases for the hitter. You know, it is the hitting team's opportunity to make the decision there on what to choose in terms of how that situation plays itself out. We do have another
called strike on Saltzman. We got a full count now.
We do have another write-in. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Slowly but surely.
Celine Patrick writes, "Why was Cinderella taken out of the game by her manager?" You know, that is a walk for Benny Saltzman. Runners now on first and third. Not to leave the fans at home hanging, but looks like there's a joke here. There might be a punchline. Why was Cinderella taken out of the game by her manager? Answer, no idea. Why was she?
Because she ran away from the ball. All right, Celine.
Shout out to the Patricks.
I have not heard that before. Very, very creative. You are not in the crowd tonight, Celine. I have not seen Tim Patrick here yet.
Well, you know,
I've seen a few hats.
I have seen exactly. Yeah. I have seen a few of the famous. I don't even know what to call them, honestly. I don't know if they've created an official name, but the hats you'll see occasionally. Oh, lefty pickoff to first there. Saltzman sliding in safe.
Traditional Austrian baseball.
Exactly.
hats.
If we look around the crowd, we will see the Gamsbart baseball caps that kind of have started to personify Austrian baseball.
Yeah.
And a little bit of the swag, a little bit of the style of this national team.
You could wear it perfectly with lederhosen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, or
It depends on your colors. Yeah. Your colors, of course, but they do make Tim and his organization. They make hats for any color scheme, any team here in baseball, Austria. But again, shout out to the Patricks. Thanks for writing in.
That is
Celine,
a big baseball
Louis,
family.
And Tim, Louis, if you were still awake, dude, you know, this could be you in like 10 years.
No, not even. Young 18-year-old, just like Christoph Horscher. Sooner.
Louis
sure.
Patrick, a young Austrian baseball player with aspirations of joining this national team.
Richie Altinger now here with 1 ball and 2 strikes. Staying alive.
A lot of foul balls here in the early part of this game. You know, it's good to see. It's good to see hitters from both sides swinging, being a little bit aggressive, making contact.
And that is exactly why we have 10 dozen baseballs.
10 dozen.
Right there.
10
10
dozen.
dozen,
120 baseballs.
JT
If
was
you were
the
a
closest.
fan at home, well, you'll not get one. But if you were here at the ballpark, try and grab one of those foul balls. They are free, sponsored by Cheb.
Hey, growing up as a young guy, watching minor league baseball in my hometown in St. Catharines, we were always behind the crowd waiting for foul balls, trying to get some. There was a nice railroad going through, and there was people that wouldn't even come into the game. They would just sit back waiting for the foul balls, looking for a piece of something. Yeah, let's see. We can't see back there, but maybe there's some people on the street waiting for some foul balls here in Wiener Neustadt.
Another quick shout out to my girlfriend Stephanie Kern. She did send me a GIF of some sort of figure.
We're breaking
pouring
all the
chocolate
rules
milk
here.
down his throat. Much appreciated, Steffi. I love you.
Breaking all the rules here, commentating rules, aren't we?
There are no rules here in the box. Feel free to write in. Give us your opinion. We are here for your enjoyment.
Unfortunately, I'm only here tonight.
Well, that is true.
Should
Should
be
there
here
be
tomorrow.
a potential Game 3, Nick will join me again. But tomorrow night, we look forward to G.
Yep. George Kellner will be taking my spot tomorrow. Quick hello from George here.
Hey, how you guys doing?
If you're a fan of Nick or George, we could do a hot or not. if you're into that kind of thing. But would love to know who you prefer. I'll be here all 3 games. George is giving me a look of death right now. But
great story.
I think he's going to be great tomorrow, and I look forward to having him as well.
Great story. George Kellner ended his baseball career on a walk-off hit to win a championship in 2009.
Better than the way you
out.
ended yours.
Yeah, better than mine, as we found out.
Well, and that's
Altzinger goes down swinging here.
Yeah. Strikeout there for Richie Altzinger. That
definitely not his last.
No. Well, depending on substitutions, but we will see. That does put us in a 2-out situation with runners on second and third here in. Oh, Dominic Loeffler, first substitution for Team Austria in to hit. Dominic, a very, very successful, long-standing Austrian national team player. Another of the Vienna Metro Stars national team players. Number 21 here. Unmistakable walk-up song. Nick knew it right away. Yeah. But, Dominic often is very successful in situations like this. Let's see if he can produce another couple runs for Team Austria.
And he's stepping in here for Philip Eckel, who's now out of the game.
Well, it looks like some trouble there to the right side, but the right fielder is under it, and that is 3 outs for Lithuania. No more runs scored for Team Austria. Good to see Dominic Loeffler in the game, though. A little bit of a change for Team Austria. And we'll be right back after these messages. Well, and we're back here. Weather getting a little chilly out here as some of the Austrian fans put on another layer to gear up for this latter half of this ball game.
We have number 77 here starting us off. Andrios Polikatis, the shortstop, with his second at bat only. Like we've mentioned, so far every inning for Lithuania has been 3 up, 3 down as we get into the 6th here.
Well, and the first pitch to this hitter, a ball from Chile Christian Tomzig. Pretty good pitch there. Oh, a little bit wild back to the pitcher. Luckily, no base runners on. But, I hope Team Austria doesn't get lazy here in the latter part of this game, We want to see their focus continue. And I'd personally like to see Lithuania put up a little bit of a challenge for them.
Absolutely.
Right now, Team Austria up 10-0 in the top of 6.
We definitely thought we'd have a close game here with their 2 number 1s going. And, Austria did expect to win. Yeah, they do. At least Coach Sakanashi, he knows his players, knows his team, expected to win. But doesn't mean you will. You gotta see what's happening on the game day. Some players play up, play down.
As the record shows, though, from our statistics here in the box, Austria has been successful long term against Lithuania. They hope to pull it together for these 2 to 3 games in this playoff series. Now a runner on first, hit by pitch, if I'm not mistaken, for Team Lithuania. Only their second base runner tonight. Still a no-hitter going for Christian Tomzig.
And that brings... Oh, we have a new hitter here, number 58. Let's take a look here. Marius Tatarunas entering the game.
Again, forgive us for any mispronunciations, but we are doing our best here. And... hats off to these Lithuanians for making the trip. It's not an easy trip from Lithuania by any means, but not sure exactly when they arrived, but hopefully they had some time to rest and recuperate after a long journey. And let's see if they can pull something together here in this second half of this ball game.
Definitely long but over, and speaking frankly, Austria has not had the best record of coming through when they needed to in these big games. As we said, losing in the finals of 2015, 13, 11, 2008, 2006, 2004 they finished near the bottom in Regensburg. 2002 also second. 2000, drop ball here.
No, runner safe at second. Well,
the batter has still not run to first. But
not exactly
Team
sure
Austria
what
has not realized. We don't know if it was an infield fly yet. But
not exactly sure what happened there.
But the batter, Tatarankas, stood at home plate, maybe assuming it was an infield fly, did not run, and no one on Team Austria seemed to realize that was the case.
Well, and manager Sakanashi going out right now to clarify what just happened. There was definitely a fly ball
that
over an infielder. Hit off his glove to the ground, and the runner did advance.
I mean, that is gotta be an infield fly. One step back on the grass, he's camped.
Well, we did only have a runner at first, though.
That's right. Excuse me. Then why wasn't the runner running?
Honestly, this is not the first confusing play in this ball game, and it's a little challenging to understand what just happened.
Why wasn't Tataranas running to first here? And then why did not anyone on Team Austria? No one was shouting, seemingly.
Well, and that's why it's confusing for me.
Okay, here we go. We got the batter coming back.
I wonder honestly if he hit the ball twice in the box. Who knows what happened? The runner did get second. I'm incredibly confused. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, let's just move on.
Yeah, well, we will take it as it comes here in the box.
If we get an explanation, hey, viewers, if you know, let us know. But it doesn't seem like the second baseman,
occasionally,
the umpire is the batter.
Occasionally, Nikki D and I are looking at stats and some of our paperwork here to keep fans interested, but, you know, still not sure what happened.
What I do know is that number 58, Marius Tatranos, is back up with a 3-1 count here with a runner at second base. Runner in scoring position for the first time for Lithuania here.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
And there's a walk here.
Yeah.
There's Tomzik. Runners on first and second with nobody out.
Looks like we do have a new second baseman. It looks from our distance here that it is Fabian Hienschaller.
And that would be the sixth-inning defensive replacement that I did.
You did
say.
call that.
It was later. Loeffler obviously came in already, but and he's squaring the bunt.
Hit for Echo, but it looks like Fabian Hienschaller is in for Benny Saltzman. Sorry for the late play-by-play there, but still
we have number 8 though.
To understand what happened on that play, honestly. A little bit confused. But
We have the 9-hitter up, number 8, the third baseman squaring the bunt here. That's Audrius Belauskas.
Well, and
fouls it back.
No outs and runners on first and second, it's a prime bunt opportunity for this Lithuanian team.
1-1 count. Let's see if he squares again, and he is already squared.
Well, it is.
And he's bringing it back and forth. Let's see.
You know, it's
bunt.
When you make the decision to square that early, you know, it's hard for the fielders to know whether or not that might turn into a slash. You know, with the no outs, the runners on first and second bunt situation, slash is never a bad idea. If you can hit the ball hard to the third baseman, you can definitely create run scoring opportunity.
Foul ball into the dugout.
Ooh.
Ugly finder there.
Manager makes a good grab on the Lithuanian side of the field there.
Jan Gregor there with a catch. Tomzik looks. Keep an eye on his first running and scoring position there. Oh, strike 3. Tomzik coming back to a strikeout here. Hasn't had one in a while. That's number 1, 2, 6 for Tomzik. And that brings us back up to the top. Let's see here. Oh, no, we have a change here. We got number 4 here coming up. Vidmantas Kolduba.
Wow, that quick shot of some fans here in the stadium putting their hands up. Not sure if the viewers at home can hear the music here, but there is definitely a good atmosphere here at this Diving Ducks ballpark.
Ducks Field.
I thought we were moving to stadiums now.
Well, it's pretty big.
As soon as you get lights and stands, you're a stadium.
Okay.
As far as I know. Maybe we can get Mr. Rainer Husti up here to clarify that for us at some point. But called strike there.
Some
now
great fields, stadiums in Austria, you know, some great ones in Attnung.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
Vienna, the Spinato Wiese, Schwarz is a great field.
Well, one of my personal favorites is Treiskirchen, but that's because it's the only field I can hit home runs on. Count is now 1-2 with 1 out. Runners on first and second here in the top of 6. Lithuania with their first run scoring opportunity. Ground ball
right
straight back to the
Tomzik,
pitcher.
And he goes 1, 6, 3, double play.
Well, and that will retire the inning. Honestly, still a little bit confused. But Team Austria retires the top of the 6th with no runs for Lithuania. 10-0 lead for Team Austria. We will be right back after these messages. Initus Tsikus. I hope I said that right for those Lithuanian fans watching out there. We are now looking at Mo Hako stepping into the batter's box. His walk-up song just started. You know, one of my favorites.
You seem to be quite worried about the pronunciation of these Lithuanian
Well,
players.
you know, they traveled a long way. We owe them our best effort as people in the box here at the Diving Ducks ballpark here in Wiener Neustadt.
Stadium,
ballpark, field, as you will.
And they know. We're not, as a Canadian and American here, that both living in Austria, we don't run across names like this all the time. I hope some people in Lithuania are watching, are tuning in.
Well,
here.
I do as well. You know, we haven't had anyone write in from Lithuania, but you know, if you're out there, any of you Lithuanians, and you understand what we're saying, we would love to hear from you.
Yep.
But, you know, really great atmosphere at Ducks Ballpark here. Ducks Stadium. Mo Hako now taking ball 2.
Most 2 for 2. 2 singles and a walk. Having a great game. Not much action at short, but...
Well, he was part of the reason we saw the end of the chance for the perfecto for Christian Tomzig. Not necessarily... terrible play or anything, but
no. Yep.
It did create the first base runner for Lithuania. Count now 3-0 to Mo Hako. Crowd chanting Mo says no. You know, when Mo doesn't like a pitch, he doesn't swing. Up 3-1 now. Hitters count. Would love to see Mo Hako put the ball in play hard. Again, Mo playing with a somewhat injured shoulder, but still effective here on this national team.
And you mentioned that Mo and...
Fly ball now to
field.
the right fielder. Looks like easy catch. Yeah, easy fly out.
You mentioned that Mo and Sammy and Dominic Tillier are all Stockerau Cubs, all playing for new teams in Vienna this year, Metro Stars and Wanderers.
Sammy was with the Metro Stars last year, but Mo living in Vienna, Dominic Tillier living in Vienna, both respectively playing with the Metro Stars and the Wanderers. You know, sometimes proximity is key in the Baseball League Austria. It makes it easier to travel, it makes it easier to play.
Practice, for sure.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Stockerau's been around for a long time, just about, 20 minutes outside of Vienna. Nice ballpark there.
Wow.
And they hosted the EMB pool back in 1998 with their field opening. Some major leaguers there for the opening of that.
Oh yeah,
Nino
absolutely.
Slaughter, Yogi Berra.
For a long time, their signatures were in the dugout out there, which was pretty cool. And we're looking at Hosher up to bat. Could be his first hit. Oh,
good piece.
Not short enough, honestly.
No.
You know, sometimes you want a dead bat just so that hit falls.
But a good piece. Good swing.
Well,
a lot of foul balls. Last 2 at bats.
Absolutely, and every at bat he's had in this game has gotten better, in my opinion.
Yep.
We have Dominic Tillier.
Yeah, bit of a slow bat there. Getting around, but I said he's young.
Now Tillier up also with one of my favorite walk-up songs. I think he knows it.
And what song was that?
You know, I don't know the name. You called me out, Nick.
I didn't hear it. Well, Austria scoreless last inning, their first 0 on the board. Looking like they might repeat that 0 here with 2 out. Let's see if Dominic Tillier can get something started.
Oh, pretty good cut there. Oh, and the charge horn blaring here at Ducks Field. Crowd getting very into it.
Tillier, 2 curveballs in a row, goes down swinging.
Well, you know,
and the inning.
Tillier has had some rough games this year in the BLA. I personally witnessed one where he did strike out 5 times in a row for the entire game. Tillier, a great hitter in this Austrian baseball national team, but you know, succumbs to the.
He has his days, like
absolutely,
but
succumbs to the low breaking ball third strike. But we'll be back right after this. Thank you.
And we're back here. Top of the 7th inning. Third hitter up for Lithuania. Edvardas Matusevic. Oh, first pitch swinging to Mohackle. 6-3, put out. That brings up the center fielder here, Edvardas Matusevic. A little bit out of order here, but we're back. Anyway, also Mohackle. Right up for a base hit. First one of the day. Now we have number 83, Andrios Stravnikas. We're dipping down a little bit here. Austria not scoring in the last 2 innings. Hopefully we're not having a little bit of a lull thinking this game's over from the Austrian side. They are quite motivated. They know what the goal is. Not just one game, not just big wins, but get to the A pool next year. And then we got a runner here. Horscher. Not in time. Stolen base.
Well,
all right, so we got a runner in scoring position here. One down.
First chance for, well, no, second chance for a run for Team Lithuania. I did get some information on that that play that you and I were confused about, Nick.
Yeah.
Turns out it was a balk.
It was, okay.
And that does make the most sense. You know, it was a little bit confusing there, but good to figure out why that happened. Now, foul ball, count 1 and 2, with 1 out here. Runner on second for Lithuania.
Oh, yes, he did. He didn't need to ask for help there. That was clear. Strikeout.
That makes 2 outs now for Team Austria in the top of 7.
It is. And the number 8 strikeout for Christian Chili Tomzik here. Yeah, number 8. He brings up the catcher.
He is cruising now with no runs scored. 10-0 Austria lead. It is sad to see the no-hitter broken up here after, you know, what, the 5-inning perfect game, if I'm not mistaken. You know, such is life, but as a pitcher, it's not often you get to have those kinds of experiences, and I'm sure Christian Tomsey would love to have finished this game like that. Another strike there.
Yeah, that's to Kestas Villamas, the catcher here, number 76.
Count is 1-1.
And as we said, Tomzik just wants to win. He just wants to get to the next level regardless. 40 this year, number 18 for Team Austria. Doesn't matter. The excitement he has every time he steps on a baseball field is incredible. And fun to watch, fun to catch, and fun to be on a team with.
Well, that is true. You caught him for years, Nick. So tell us a little bit about the pitches we might be seeing here.
Yeah, well, he's definitely fastball, curveball, changeup, but he has this out pitch that he likes to throw to lefties.
Oh, the expression on Chili's face there said it all. Tough call by the umpire. Definitely not the wrong one, but he wanted it. He wanted that strikeout.
And he has this strikeout pitch, as I was saying, to lefties. That's just incredible. It just tails away. No chance of hitting it if they swing at it.
Well,
much like that pitch right there.
Great pitch there to the right-hander. Still got him.
Number 9.
That is the 10-0 mercy rule.
Ball game.
In 7. That is the ball game here. First game of the series. Austria takes the win. Nick, what do you think we can expect to see tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know who's going to start, but I don't know if we're going to see pitching domination like we saw today. But we're going to see some good bats. The bats aren't going anywhere. I don't think Lithuania is going to have another pitcher to rival the one today. So
well, I think you're absolutely right. And I think it's possible. We have quite a few pitchers on this Austrian national team. I hope to see Ryan Rupp tomorrow. I don't know what Hiro Sakanashi has in mind, the manager for Team Austria. But, Austria definitely happy to walk away with a win. Lithuanian dugout not looking super motivated at present, but let's see if they can turn it around tomorrow. Nick, thank you for joining me here in the box tonight. Much appreciated. Your statistical knowledge, your meticulous notes, and your pregame interviews.
Well,
could not have done it without you.
I have to say it was a blast, and I hope I'm not here on Sunday with you. But if I am, we'll have a great time.
Well, and I wish no player on Team Austria lost. But as I said, I hope this is not an easy one-sided game for any of these teams, and I want to see good baseball for the rest of this playoff series. Thanks again, Nick.
Hey, take care.
I will.
Good night, baseball Europe.
Yeah. Good night. Good night to the world. We don't know who we're talking to, but I will. JT Hilliard, and I will join you again tomorrow with George Kilnar. He just winked at me, and I cannot wait to bring him into the box. Have a great night.